Hello everyone, Mr. Happy here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward expansion benchmark. Now, I know there's a lot of questions about this, but first let me say, I'm back in Jersey, at least for now. I was in LA for a couple of weeks, spending some time with my girlfriend, and it was great. But I know you didn't come here for that. You came here for the Final Fantasy XIV expansion benchmark. Now, for those of you wondering what a benchmark is, it's actually a piece of software specifically designed to see how well your computer would run Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. Of course, you can change the settings and whatnot, but the biggest thing that comes with this benchmark is a character creator that actually includes the new race for Final Fantasy XIV's first expansion, and that is the Al-Ra. We're going to be going through the different character creation options that you're going to have, and there is a good chance that some of these features will be expanded upon the expansion's actual release. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking, oh, I'm going to run the benchmark after that. Probably not going to do that. That's basically the same as you just going and watching the YouTube trailer for the Heavensward benchmark, which I will include in the description of the video below. I will tell you, however, that I scored an 11,138 with the benchmark on maximum graphic settings, 1920 by 1080p, running on DirectX 11. If you're wondering what my computer specs are, I'll put those in the description of the video as well. Without further ado, let's get into the character creator. Now, I make hideous characters, just being realistic here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to create a new character from scratch. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, hey, what about the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4? Did they get a benchmark? Unfortunately, no, because the game is designed to run on the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. You do not get benchmark software for those platforms, which sucks because it would be nice if you guys at least had the character creator. But if you're not worried about the computer running the game smoothly, if you have access to any sort of computer that can run Final Fantasy XIV, I would just download the benchmark and play around with the character creator. At least you can do it that way. So, moving on, if you want, you can really go through and make any of the old races, but no one cares about the old race. Everyone wants to see the new race, the Al-Ra. So we have a male Al-Ra and a female Al-Ra. I'm going to go through the options for both male and female. I'm going to include annotations in the top left of the video if you want to skip straight to female, because we're just going to start with the dudes. Alright. So, first and foremost, there are two different clans that you can choose. As you can see, they each have their own distinct looks, so we're going to have to go through each of those as well. May need to add annotations for those as well. So I'm going to start with a Rain. Let's take a look at a few of the things. So height, you don't really need to play around with too much. Skin color, you can see, pretty customizable. Has a wide range of different colors. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. I like that. I'm colorblind, so expect my Al-Ra to be completely mismatched when it comes to colors, just being real. So then we have the tail shape for these guys. We have a thicker one. This one's a bit more scaly, and this one has a few extra spikes down at the bottom. I am actually gonna go with this one. I think I like the consistency of this one, and besides, we still have to see all the other stuff. Tail length is a thing in case you want a real short or real long tail. Hairstyles, these are of course one of the biggest things that people care about when it comes to characters. So a lot of these angles we'll have to get from the side. You can see that one right there. Now a lot of these are like supposed to be very, I guess, badass looking characters. Like the males are meant to like just straight up look badass. Like I guess depending on if you consider this hair badass. Yeah, there is a bit of clipping with the horns, and their I guess these are their ears in the back if you don't want to consider them even more horns. So we have some more classic styles right here, some more Japanese-esque styles. Just going through a bunch of the different. I just scrolled over one that I know a lot of people love. You have the little poof in the front, the ponytail going through in the back. This one a lot of people are picking. I've seen so many people using this hairstyle because they're just calling it like Sonic the Hedgehog or Shadow. Honestly, it reminds me a little bit more of Shadow or Super Saiyan hair. You know, you have the more, I guess this is kind of like the Thancred looking hair almost. Some more basic styles right here. And as you can see, there are quite a few different hairstyles. Interested in seeing if that option is going to change when I switch to the Zayla. I believe I'm on the Rain right now. Alright, yeah, some more basic ones. Some medium hairstyles. It's weird seeing the hair. It kind of like curls up here as if it's on his shoulders, but it's not. From here, it looks fine, but from here, it looks a little bit off. Alright, more mid-length. I call them mid-style, mid-length hair. Yeah, I'm assuming that the hair is like that because it's accounting for armor, or at least certain armors. But Not 100% sure. There are a lot of hairstyles for the Owl Ra. Holy moly. Might as well have just called this video Final Fantasy XIV Expansion Benchmark Owl Ra hairstyles. This one looks real fancy. Almost reminds me of the new DMC Devil May Cry, Virgil's hair almost. It kind of makes me think of that. And we have this one, last one right here with the clips on the side. It'd be funny if those clips said, like, Final Fantasy XIV on them or something. Okay, so that's all the hairstyles for this version of the Owl Ra. Hair color, of course. I'm not trying to make, like, my Owl Ra right now. I'm just showing you guys that there is a variety of hair colors. Like, whatever. I'll just go. I'm colorblind. Like, I can't trust myself with things like this. We have different types of faces. We have the one we started on right there. We have this one, which is a lot more scaly and much more threatening, or at least it looks a bit more threatening. We have one that seems like it's a bit more like a pretty boy-esque thing. Still has a bit more scales than the other ones, but a bit more, you know, slanted eyes or diagonal eyes. And then this one looks like the grumpy old man or the wise sage kind of face. You know, a lot of races I have this issue in this game is that the first face to me always seems the best. Maybe it's because it takes me until I get down this far where I've already picked out all these things, but I would recommend just going straight for the face. Different jaw types. We have, you know, we have narrow, we have a little bit wider, we have a little bit longer of a face, and this one seems to be quite proportionate. I'm going to go with type 4. The face is a little bit more proportionate. Eye shape as well. You have the super diagonal. You have a little bit less, almost like he has eyeliner off on the side. You know, we have that. We have really, really diagonal. It seems like most of them, it's just a matter of the tilt of his eyes. I'm going to go with type 6 again. The size of his irises. I always like smaller irises. It makes you look great. Look, doesn't he just look crazier? I think he just looks crazier. Eye color, again, colorblind. Probably shouldn't trust me with this, but limbal ring. Now, this is an option with their eyes. Let's see if we can zoom in right here. If you add a ring to their eye, you can actually give them much scarier looking eyes, as you can see. And you can choose to do just one eye or the other one, which is really nice. I'm actually going to add that effect. And then, of course, you can add a color to it. Oh my god, my guy looks crazy now. Like, literally like he is going to murder you. Especially when we're looking that close. Now he doesn't look like he's going to murder you. We have the different eyebrow types. You have these two look very similar, just slightly different, you know, eyebrow, sort of, the hairstyles themselves. Yeah. I'm going to go with the narrow. I'm not a big fan of most of these. I'd probably, if anything, you know, I'm going to go with type 3, because we have a bunch of different options right here. This one looks really angry, but I don't like the way the eyebrows look there. And this is too narrow for me. I can't do that. I'm Italian. We got too much hair. There's no way we can do that. Oh my god, different nose sizes. He had an Italian schnoz right there for a second. So we got a few different yeah, maybe nose hairstyles. Nose is up a little bit more. Is that the huge schnoz? No, that's the huge schnoz. Actually, I don't know. This seems like more of an Italian kind of. Oh no, it's a little bit too narrow to be an Italian nose. Yeah, no, we'll go with the type 6. We'll go with the slightly longer schnoz. It's got different mouth types. I always have a hard time determining mouth types whenever I make like a male character. I just go for like super thin lips, because it's like, I don't know, this is like, it's so weird for me. Like, I'm not big on character creation to the point where I want to change people's lips. So 1 and 3 are like real similar to me. 3's a little bit more narrow, so I'm gonna go with that. You can actually even change their lip color if you decide that you want to have, you know, lipstick on. I just go with none, but you have that option. Scales. So by default, all of these were turned on. You can actually remove a fair number of scales. Oh, these aren't even scales. Wait, so they just threw eyebrows in with scales? Oh, you can even give him mascara if you want. So I can just have him have no eyebrow. Okay, no, that just looks creepy. See, that to me, that's almost like too much scales. I'm not oh, wow, I really like that little effect there on the side. The extra scales on scales, scaleception. I am going to stick with that for this character. The extra scales on the side, a little bit too much for me. Then we have face paint options. A lot of these are the same, I'd imagine, but there are some specific ones. It's weird to me having face paint over your scales. Like, I get it. But can you seriously imagine me with a butterfly over my face? No, I didn't want the butterfly. That was an accident. Little heart. Like, I'm the toughest guy ever, but I never take my mask off. Why does he never take his mask off? You can make him Krillin if you really want to. Or you can make him more tribal looking. Yeah, most of these are all the same. This used to be one I had on my old character. I don't have it anymore, though. Nah. These options are pretty much all the same. Give him cat whiskers. It's like, hey, I'm a Mikote, but I want to be an Aura. Look, now you can be both. And then, of course, if you do add face paint, you do have the option to make it darker, light, and change the color. And then you have voices. This is going to be interesting. All right. All right. Okay, you sound constipated in all of these. It's because he's angry in all of them. No, please don't do that. Okay, the laughs actually sound pretty good. All right, no. That's too creepy. Oh, I want to be that. I want to be that. Hold on. Dude, I want to be that evil one right there. Type 7. That's a kind of weird or evil laugh. All these laughs are evil. I would never trust somebody if they laughed like this. Whoa, that was kind of creepy. That's too playful. We're going with the super evil laugh. And then, of course, you can just test out the sounds for the different emotes up here. Chia! All right, and that's all of the basic ones that we are going to go through. However, we do still have one last thing that we can check. You can check it in their different attires. You can do it in... All right, well, that's weird. He's even confused. I was just as confused as he was, but now he's checking himself out in the mirror like, yeah. Oh, shit, where'd all my clothes go? Oh, damn, I look good. Damn. And then you can change their stance. A unique stance. Okay, he's looking for something. He's looking for something. Maybe he's looking for the mirror again. Now he's got the clothes again. And, of course, you can check him out over different backgrounds. We're going to quickly take a look at all the other, you know, male, female races and whatnot. But that's it for this guy. I'm going to save it. Just put in save slot number 1. Call it video 1. That's a weird name, but we'll still go with it. Data saved. All right. And then if you want to check them out further, you can even go over here and check them out in different existing gear, with or without helmets in some cases, race-specific gear. You have level 15 gear. You have level 30 gear. What else do we have? Artifact gear. It's automatically just Dragoon, as you can see. You can't change the Dragoon. Like, it's just automatically Dragoon. White. Oh, that looks cool as knobs, yo. The PvP gear. You have the purple PvP gear for Dragoons. Storm Elite. Dude, that's a fancy-looking pirate right there. Okay, I'm not going to lie. The Serpent Elite gear is pretty cool. Okay, I'm not going to lie. All of those are pretty cool. Although they're, like, way too many hunt seals for me to bother with. Ironworks gear. Dreadworm gear. I don't know. I think that this character's pretty badass looking. I don't know about you guys. Heavensward gear A. Heavensward gear B. Alright, well, that I wasn't prepared for. And green. Love being colorblind. Alright, so let's create another character real quick. No, we don't want to load appearance data. Let's do the male again real quick and just check out the other, the Zayla. Just check out some of the differences. We don't need to go through height, skin color, tail. Well, we can go through tail shapes. See if it's any different. It's mostly same, but it seems that the color is slightly different, if anything. You still have tail length. Are the hairstyles all pretty much the same? Yeah, it looks like all the hairstyles are pretty much the same as well. So it's just the basic look of them. And, of course, your racial stats are going to change as well. So it looks like we don't really need to go through all of this too much. Most of the options are the same, just with slightly different tints. And, of course, a different backstory. Let's see if this is any different. No, it looks like it's the same facial aspects as well. Not seeing too much of a difference. Let's try type 7 voice. No. Wait. Yeah, all right. We still got that, too. All right. And so those are the male Aura. What do you say we go and check out the female Aura? We're already 14 minutes into this video, so expect it to be a long one. I don't think anyone particularly minds. I know there are a lot of viewers who are very upset because they're on PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, and they can't go and check these things out themselves, you know. So anyway, we again have the choice between the Rain and the Zayla. So we're going to do, you know, you have, as a female, you have the extra option of bust size if you really, really need to have that edited for whatever reason. Skin color, we're not going to go through the colors again for the sake of saving time. Tail shape, so the tail shapes for females are actually pretty much similar to the males. I guess it's a racial thing. They just all have similar tails. Tail length we don't need to do. Now hairstyles, of course, I should just call this the hairstyle video. I know people want to see like a full circle of everyone. My hand doesn't stay still enough for me to get a full circle of every different hair. I like this. I actually kind of like this hair. I like the shorter hair with the horns. It's just a personal preference. I've seen a lot of people going short hair on their Actually, I don't know. That's not bad. This almost looks like Alice A's, doesn't it? Nah, it's too short, but Anyway, the horns on the top there look kind of strange. Yeah, you have to remember, when you change the hair, sometimes the horns change as well. You got the long hair. You have the long hair with its more, you know, curly in the back. So you can see the difference right there. Then we have the medium. Some of the medium length hairs. Double ponytail in the back. Wow, she got a bit of a chubby face, it seems. A lot of the short hairstyles look the same. Oh, you can make her. Oh, that's the goldsmith. That's the goldsmithing leader person. All right, hairstyle. A little bit of clipping there in the back. Hopefully they can fix that up right away. Yeah, a lot of these hairstyles are actually hairstyles that exist in the game, it seems, while some of them seem Aura specific, or at least it's feeling that way to me. I've definitely seen some of these. Yeah, we have the long double ponytail. We just have the long hair in the back. That's a little bit straighter. Got the short hair. Got the double ponytails leaning up in the front. And then we have the one big ponytail in the back. I'm gonna go with that. Hair color, I'm not gonna mess around with too much. We're trying to you know, get this done at the time. Wow, that's a lot of scale. She doesn't look as happy there. But her face is a bit more proportionate, so her lips are also a little bit bigger there. This one I actually kind of like. The horns on the side are a little bit bigger, and the horns in the middle of her face are a little bit, but her lips and her face are also, again, very proportionate. And this is the pissed off looking one, like, I'm gonna kill you looking one. Horns, again, you can see them on the sides here. These are curled up. These kind of wing back a little bit. And these wing back too, but they just go kind of straight back. See, I'm not a big fan of the huge horns. I wish I could get this face without the huge horns on the side. Maybe that'll be one of the options. Let's see. We also have her jaw types. Only 3 jaw types. Just slight changes to proportion. A little bit longer, a little bit chubbier. I'm going to go with that one. Her eye shape as well. Mostly just seems to be, again, slightly tilting it. I like that one. This one looks like almost anime eyes, like. At least compared to that one, it is. And this one's more like innocent eyes. Alright, let's go with those ones. Again, you know me, I like small irises. Her small irises are still pretty big. Eye color, we have the limbo rings again, if you really, really want them. Nope, see, I'm colorblind, so I really shouldn't be messing around. I really should not ever be allowed to touch anything that involves colors. Her eyebrows are kind of strange because her hair is in the way, and she barely has eyebrows to begin with. Like, I can just barely see a difference between these. Like, I can see the difference, but none of them I really prefer over the other. This one's a little bit bigger. This one's a little bit more narrow. This one's arced a little bit more. I guess with the hair colors that I chose, it's a little bit understandable. Nose, you have proportionate nose. You have the slightly shorter nose, a slightly flatter nose, slightly bigger schnoz, and the more pointed out schnoz. Also very, very narrow. We'll go with the suit. Nah. I'm gonna go with the type 3 nose. The mouth. All the lip options are pretty similar, and they're all pretty good. This one's a little bit tucked in at the bottom. This one's a little bit out more. I think I like that a little bit more. Just to show type 3 and 4. We got these ones. These two are very similar. These have the lips puckered out a little bit more. I'm gonna go with that one. Whoops. That would be my phone. No worries, guys. All right. Yes, and that is my actual ringtone, believe it or not. Lip color, you know, we've seen that before. This I can't even see. It's like under her hair right there. You can see it in the top right. You have, oh, that's actually a little bit better. I can't get rid of the horns on the side though. And give her that. Nah, that's too much. And you can also turn these on at the bottom. Doesn't seem like she has as many options on her horns, and I'm hoping they have a few more horn options, like not just based on their whole face. A little bit more customizable would be nice. And then the face paint, again, you've seen the majority of these already. It didn't really change much going from the last character onto this one. I think that maybe the one on the side of the face changes a little bit. Don't even think that. And then we have the voices. Let's do this one. Everyone wants to hear the kawaii laugh. Oh my god. Everyone just wants to hear the You're so kawaii. Alright. That's kind of creepy. That's like, yeah. Yeah. I'd say avoid type 4. That's a little scary. Alright. Well, at least she's having a good time. Okay, that's a little bit more evil. I like how she stops in between her laughs, like, all the time. Like, she's one of those, she's one of those. Like, one of those. Like, she's trying to hold it in, kind of, but it's not really working. Oh my god, it's too kawaii, man. And then, of course, just like before, you have the same options with checking them out in small clothes, and they bug out like, oh, you pervert, what are you doing? Oh, I look pretty good. Well, would you look at that? I wouldn't even think about that. And they have their unique stance, which is, again, them looking for something for some odd reason. As you can see, there are scales on the side there as well. The scales aren't just limited to the face. They wrap around the back. They have them around the tail. They have them around the wrists, around the top of the arms, depending on, of course, which ones you chose. So then, all right, we'll keep her. And then we'll quickly check out the other race to see if the options are different. All right, real quick, while we have the female here, let's check out some of the other gears. We've seen that one already. You can check them out in a few of the different gears. Not going to do all the different colors. Storm Elite. I really like the Serpent Elite. I mean, I guess because it looks kind of ninja-y, and this looks more like, I don't know, it's just cool. I'm surprised at how well the horns kind of fit into the gear. It definitely just literally, like right here, it clips right through on like a big part of the Dreadworm, but for the most part, it fits better than I thought it would. Heavensward Gear B. Like here, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. It's still pretty clipped, but that's whatever. And let's real quickly check out the other female, Aura, the Zayla. Pretty sure that's just going to be the only change we really see. You know, the skin color tones will obviously change a bit, but it's mostly just the kind of different looks. Yeah, the hairstyles are pretty much all the same. Yeah, in fact, they are all the same. So, yeah, there you go. All right, so I guess that'll be the end of it. I don't think, yeah, and the voices we already determined are all similar. Is there anything else? Let's, the scales. Scales might be a little bit different. Let's check it out. Not really. Same scales. Nose is the same, pretty much. Yeah, noses are all the same. Yeah, so it's pretty much just the base look of them changes with the clan that you pick. Of course, it changes their racial stats again, but that's besides the point. All right, and that was the Final Fantasy XIV benchmark character creator. You can actually make these characters and then load them into the benchmark. Again, all those links about what, you know, where the benchmark is, if you can download it, you know, you heard the information at the start. You can also find it in the description of the video below. Let me know what you think about the Aura character creation for Final Fantasy XIV. Apologies for the long video, but there was a lot to show and a lot to talk about. But anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next video, and until then, take care.